Hi there. So today I'm going to be teaching you about the process of organizing your ideas and creating the plan that you will follow once you start drafting your analytical essay on theme. So what I have here on the screen with me right now is a really basic organizational structure that I know you were taught in fifth grade, if not before, and it's probably come up over and over again. It's called boxes and bullets, and it's pretty much what it looks like. So when we think of the boxes, that's where we are identifying a topic, a main idea, a claim that we're making. And then the bullets underneath that are the specific details or evidence that we're using to elaborate on that topic, back up that claim, fully flesh out our ideas, and explain why we think what we think. So we're going to be using this organizational structure to begin planning our theme essay. I've created a document already for you all and shared it with you in Google Classroom, and it's called Organizational Plan for a Theme Essay, and it looks like this. So at the very top of the document, you have a place to write your theme claim. And then you can see that I've organized it by reason 1, reason 2, and reason 3. And by that I mean the first reason why you think this theme is true for your book. The second reason why you think this theme is true for your book. And the third. And underneath each of those reasons, I've given you space to include supporting evidence to back up this reason, to prove to the reader of your essay, yes, this reason is actually accurate, and I've got specific things from the story or the novel that can back that up. So to help you understand what your theme organizational plan should look like by the end of class today, I did one already for a theme essay I'm going to be writing for, you guessed it, ponies. So let's take a look at my model. All right, this is a lot of information. You might be looking at it right now and thinking, oh my gosh, but that's okay. I'm going to break it down for you bit by bit. So you see right up here by theme claim, I wrote what I believe that one of the themes to be for ponies. Something that's true in ponies, that's also true in the real world, is that sometimes people will go along with and even participate in behaviors they do not agree with in order to be accepted and belong to a group. Now you can notice right away that I started my theme claim with a sentence stem or a sentence starter that I lifted right off that poster in the back of our room that has all those different ways you could start talking about theme. Actually, I think right now it's hidden underneath Jackie's theme poster, so if she wants to just lift that up and move hers over to the side, you can all see that. I recommend and I want your theme claim to start with one of those stems from that poster on the back wall. And you're going to, on your own plan, on this one for you, right here by theme claim, you're going to type your theme claim for your novel just like I did. Now let me point something out to you. I put the title here, something that's true in blank. Now you would put your book title there. But notice how my title's in quotation marks? That's because it's a short story. You're not writing about a short story. You're writing about a novel. And novel titles are always in italics. So make sure you do that correctly. Now, once I have my theme claim, I'm going to come down for my first reason. Notice that I've put in bold here this phrase at the beginning of the story. I'm choosing to organize my explanation, my defense of this theme claim in chronological order throughout the book. If you look back at the rubric for this essay, you'll remember I'm challenging you to explain how your theme was developed all the way across the book, not just like ta-da at the end. So to help me make sure I do that, I am explaining my first reason is all drawing from the very beginning of the story where the author really lays the groundwork for this theme. So for me, I'm saying, my first reason why I think this theme claim is true is that at the beginning of the story, the reader learns of the extremes a person must go to in Barbara and Sunny's world in order to belong when they are excited to receive an invitation to a party where Sunny will have parts of her body cut off. Ugh. So take a look at what I wrote here. This is all directly connecting the story to my theme claim. At the beginning of the story, the reader learns of the extremes a person must go to in their world in order to belong. Well, look back to some of the same words from my theme claim, belong. Sometimes people will go along with, even things they don't agree with. So that's my reference here to the extremes a person must go to in order to belong. And then I get really book specific and I explain what it is in the story that is the example of that extreme. Okay, great. Now we go even further and I say, I got to find some evidence to back that up. I got to support that. So my first piece of supporting evidence is this quote right from the story. Barbara and Sunny receive an invitation to a cutting out party where Sunny will have 2 of 3 things physically cut off of her body. The invitation reads, if we like you and if your pony does okay, we'll let you hang out with us. That is perfect evidence to back up my theme claim that it's imperative that they do this extreme thing in order to be liked and to be allowed to hang out with people. And notice here I also put in parentheses after that quote from the story the page number where I found it. Do that too. That's going to be hugely helpful when you start to write your essay. That way you don't have to go back and hunt for where you found all this evidence. Okay, so I go on, I add even more evidence to back up my thinking for this particular reason. I'm not going to go through this all. I'm going to share my model plan with you in Google Classroom so you can spend your own time and go back and look this over slowly, compare your work to my work, and use my work as a guide. What I want to do now is shift our focus on to the second reason why I'm going to back up my theme claim that people do extreme things to belong. This is from the more middle part of the book where she's developing the theme. Notice my transition here. Once at the party, that's a signal to my reader I'm moving forward through the book. I'm now talking about something happening later in the book. You're going to want to use transitions to show that too. Once at the party, Barbara realizes that she will be the one to cut off Sunny's wings and horn. She clearly doesn't want to do this, but her social life is at stake, and she is so desperate to be accepted that she goes through with it. Again, notice how I'm using language that connects right back to my theme. She clearly doesn't want to do this. We come back to my theme. They'll participate in behaviors they do not agree with. Okay, come back down here. She's so desperate to be accepted. She goes along with it. We do these things in order to be accepted. That's intentional to keep connecting my topic sentences of my body paragraphs back to the theme they're proving. Okay, so then I have more evidence from the middle part of the story to prove how desperate she is and that she's willing to go along with these crazy things. So first, this evidence here is where she cuts off Sunny's wings and then she thinks it's sort of pretty and then she throws up. That detail really shows us how much she does not like what's happening because she physically gets sick from it. Then we have more evidence here that Barbara throws the knife down. She's sobbing, she's hiccuping, she's scrubbing her face with the back of her hand and says, now what? Again, more evidence to show me she really is sad and does not like what she just did. And then the final piece of evidence is where she is crying because she realizes that she's going to have to cut out Sunny's voice and she protests and says, I can't do it. But then really at the end, she picks up the knife and acts like she's going to do it anyway. So all this evidence really proves what I'm saying here in this topic sentence. And finally, my third and final piece, my final reason is towards the end of the story. Again, notice the transition. We realize Barbara may not be the only character who's going along with behaviors that don't feel like the right thing to do. And this is where I talk about some of the things that the other girls and top girls say and the way they say them and what they do, and how that is evidence that they're also going along with things they don't like just to belong and fit in. I want you to leave the closing on your plan blank for now. We'll deal with that later. Same thing with lead. We're going to deal with that later. Today's goal is to get your theme claim put in at the top, 3 topic sentences, 3 different reasons from throughout the novel why you think your theme claim is right, and then fill in 3 pieces of specific evidence from each section of the novel that prove what you say in that topic sentence, along with that page number. Okay, that's your goal for today. Now, you've got posters around the room where you've already been collecting evidence on sticky notes. You've got references to things that can back up the claims that you're making in each of these topic sentences. So use those resources. Go look at those posters. Maybe even peel some of those sticky notes off and bring them back to your desk and move them around on your desk and put them in the order you think they should go. Which 3 go together with which paragraph of your essay? Maybe there's another 3 that go together with another reason in another paragraph of your essay. Obviously, if someone else in your group wants to work with that same piece of evidence, you're going to have to kind of share that sticky note or maybe make a duplicate of it. But that's your goal for today, is to finish your blank theme plan so that by the end of class, it looks like mine, filled in with the theme claim, your topic sentences for your body paragraphs, and the 3 pieces of evidence to support each one. If you finish this in class, you don't have any homework this weekend. I know you can do this. You're so ready for this. I love you. Goodbye.